Do you ever get phantom baby kicks?
No.
No?
Not in recent years. Like postpartum, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But no.
I literally had them last night.
Weird.
Yeah, I'm 8 years postpartum.
Yeah.
Is it peri? Probs.
You're blaming everything on Perry lately.
Yeah, hormonal body changes. What else could it be?
Yeah. I've
Phantom baby kicks?
Yeah, yes, I guess people do speak of this. Like people talk about phantom letdowns where they feel that
I used to
electrical
get that.
bolt in their boobs. I was like, oh my God, I have not felt that in years and I am so happy to not feel that anymore.
I still get that sometimes from like an emotional, like seeing a baby feed or like a little photo of one of my baby. And I get the phantom letdown.
Have you Googled it? Is it a Perry symptom?
No, I don't do that.
Oh.
I don't indulge. I just like to throw things out into the world. Like, is it Perry?
It's reminding me of like, it's a developmental leap.
Yes.
Like anything that happens to us physically now, we're like, Perry.
Yeah, I'm going through a leap.
Yeah, I've decided to say blissfully ignorant about Perry.
I don't know if you're going to be able to pull that off because I'm going to be talking about it all the time.
Well, I know at some point I will tip over and then I'll hyper-focus on it and learn everything about it. But for now, I'm staying ignorant because otherwise I seek it out.
Look, it's too early. Like I really do think it's starting for me, but it's early. I've got early onset Perry. I only just turned 40.
But you got your period very young.
I know, but that we've already discussed this.
know.
That's not a thing.
But I guess what I'm saying is it doesn't surprise me if you were someone who, you know, the small percentage of women in their 40s who goes into early onset Perry.
I don't think that's a medical term.
No, it's not.
Anyway, I was getting phantom baby kicks as I was lying there last night and I was like, wow, women's bodies are wild.
Did it make you feel nostalgic?
No.
Did it make you yearn for another?
No, literally nothing could make me yearn for another. I've got a long-time family friend who's just had her first baby. She lives overseas, but we're Instagram friends. It's the cutest baby you've ever seen. She's so loved up, and also she's like just very stylish and has this beautiful home and a gorgeous husband. And I'm looking at all her content and I feel nothing. Not nothing. I feel things for her, but I don't yearn for a little bubba of my own.
I feel that way about my nephew.
Yeah.
Like I'm totally biased, but in my opinion, he is the cutest 18-month-old I have ever laid eyes on. And I'm obsessed with him and I love him, but no part of me wants to go back to that era of life.
I don't even have that thing I hear about of like, I would just love to go back to that era with my kid. No. I wouldn't.
No, I do.
Not for a second. For me, it has only ever gotten better.
Yeah, it's so funny. I was literally thinking about this yesterday because Rafa wanted to see what she looked like at her cousin's age, so 18 months. So, you know,
she was so cute.
It's so good with iPhoto, right? Because
yeah.
you just search literally the month, the year, and then it all appears. And I forgot how stinking cute she was.
Proper cartoon
and it
character.
broke my heart that I don't remember it. And worst of all, I definitely wasn't present at the time because I was pregnant with Iggy and I had antenatal depression during my pregnancy. So everything was through the lens of a black cloud. And I was like, oh, what I'd give to go back in time and spend a day with 18-month-old Rafa.
But you'd have to be you now, right?
Yes. With all the, I know.
I'm like, none of that stuff goes away.
I know, but no, of course I'd be me now.
Yeah.
Transported back and I would just enjoy her. I'd chat
you
with
wouldn't
her.
just enjoy her. Your insights would be like, I forgot how loud it was. I forgot how useless she was.
Oh no,
I had to do everything for her, you know.
Oh no, I definitely want her on her best day.
Oh, right. Okay.
Like peak cuteness, playful, no
best
tantrums.
No 18-month-year-old has a best day. They have best hours. And then the next hour is something else, you know? Anyway.
I don't know. She's just so cute.
Yeah, she was so cute, whatever. But like, I think they just get better and better and better.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's funny, when I was looking at some videos of baby Teddy recently, he was so funny. He was like a potato with eyes. So cute. Like, so fat. Like an actual dumpling. He looked like a human dumpling. But what struck me was actually the opposite thing. I was like, I can hear my voice in the video and I'm like, oh, I was more present than I remember. Like I was sitting there just on the ground playing with him and I was taking this photo to remember this moment. I was really with him in the house. And I was like, oh, I'm actually so glad to hear myself because in my memory I was tired, strung out, 2 kids, running around, working for myself, but, all this sort of stuff. And I was like, oh, no, I was. And also I'm younger. Like I'm now starting to look at what felt like last year or whatever, just a minute ago.
Totally.
I'm like, no, that was 8 years ago. And I was a lot younger. I had more energy. My voice sounds different.
Higher?
It's brighter.
Yeah.
Even
the
though
timbre
I was like
is different.
incredibly sleep deprived and strung out and exhausted. But I was younger and I was a different version of myself and just wild.
But also what a relief to have the receipts
Yeah,
and the evidence
yes.
to show Teddy, because I think when my mum listens to us on the pod and I'm reflecting about something on my childhood and mum is like, what I would have given to have an iPhone
To prove you
and
wrong.
shitloads of video footage
Yeah.
to remind you that you did have a doll's house at one point, Jem, even though apparently your memory abandons you and seems to have refiled the story as I never had a doll's house. I'm like, okay, Mum, sorry. I just don't remember it. Mum was like, it was the most beautiful doll's house ever.
No one remembers details from these flippant chats on this podcast like Yai and her receipts.
And the DLs, actually.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, can we not evolve? Should we get into the episode?
Definitely.
We have 1,000 things to do, but we'd rather chat to you. With emails and meetings and husbands and kids, we don't have time for this. Just what you need, two basic bitches with a podcast.
Hello and welcome to We Don't Have Time for This. I'm your host, Gemma Pranita, aka Gemma Peanut on the gram, along with my 40-year-old co-host.
Kate Revz.
Oh, I wanted to wear the tea.
Please hold YouTube. There will be a costume change.
For our YouTube DLs, I actually just did a very quick costume change.
I love it. I endorse this message.
I am wearing a t-shirt that says Revzy and it has 6 hot girl catfish thirsty as fuck photos of her on a t-shirt because DLs, we celebrated Festival de Revz and it was a roaring success.
It was a 10 out of 10 day.
She is 40 and fabulous.
Yes, I am 40. Feel really good to be here.
New decade.
I gotta say, 40 feels like a well-fitting bra. Just
nice.
great. Just great. Happy to be here.
But before we get into the details,
Yes,
because
yes.
we have a lot to say
Yeah.
reflecting on your party. Not just the party specifically, but more about the greater meaning of what it means to celebrate a milestone.
100%.
But before we get into that, we do want to quickly do a little bit of a recap with how we're going. Fill our DLs in
Yes.
on how the rehearsals are doing.
Yeah, because we're going to see you very soon.
Yes.
We are hitting the stage in like 3 weeks. 15th of August, we open in Melbourne.
DLs, have you got your tickets?
Yeah, because it's about to kick off, we
there-
are at the pointy end.
There are still a smattering of tickets left, Melbourne. P.S. Don't know if you know, there's still time to upgrade to a Viddle ticket.
Yeah, but be quick because that door is about to close.
it sure is.
Yeah, but you got to get your Viddle merch, your special exclusive Viddle t-shirt, your Viddle hat, your skim flat wine. Well, I just, it's my smoothie cup, but
you use
it's a
it
coffee cup
every day.
every single day.
Whereas I've been using the Pilates socks.
Oh, yes.
a hell of a
so
lot.
good.
The
So,
100p
good.
socks. Anyway, it's our best Grady bag yet.
Yeah, you get
DLs.
exclusive gimme earrings, gold huggy hoopy thingies.
They're
just
so pretty.
So pretty. I wear them every day. I mean, really, honestly, it's a bonanza gift pack.
Anyway, there's still time to
Yes.
upgrade to a Viddle, although as Rev said, there aren't many left. And we can't wait to be performing at the Malt House, a whole
No.
new venue.
Whole new venue.
We'll be deers in headlights, orientating ourselves on stage live. What could go wrong?
Everything.
Everything.
But then the best part is we get to meet you after and hug you. And it's just our favorite thing about tour is we actually get to see you guys, the DLs, in the flesh. But yeah, Jem has me dancing.
Yeah.
I've got her singing. We have each other saying stuff,
Yep.
walking around, costume fittings, different shoes.
How are you feeling about dancing this year? Because this is your 3rd year now, Revzy, and you love leaning into this trope of, I suck, I'm no good.
Because I do suck, I'm no good. But
That's
I can't
nonsense.
resist the lols, Like we're putting on our show and this is the most show of all the shows. Like if you thought last year was a show, this has taken show and added a "w." Show. It's a show. And sometimes a joke is just funnier in a dance. Sometimes it's funnier in a song, you know? So I step up, suck it up, and
You
I
do.
learn my choreo. I did confess to Jem on day one of rehearsals, and I felt like you were really sad about it. That last year, I felt like I never fully got it. Like I didn't have one performance where I nailed it.
Yeah.
I always fucked something up because we had this really hard 4.5 minute piece of choreography with like 12 different pop songs all mashed together. And it was amazing. Like you guys loved it. It was an amazing on stage moment. It was very funny, but it was very hard for me.
I did feel a tinge of sadness,
Yeah.
more than a tinge, because I didn't appreciate that you never felt like you had a handle
Yeah.
on that piece
Yeah.
in the show. And I can't imagine going into every show with that feeling of panic.
Yeah.
And so I've made it my mission this year to get in early.
Yep.
So I choreographed this routine well before rehearsals so that I could start teaching her from day one rather than figuring it out
Yeah.
whilst trying to teach
So
Revz.
we can just drill.
So we can just
Yeah.
drill
But
away.
it's so funny. We're like this. Nothing brings up the differences in me and Jem's brains than rehearsals, and it's just so fascinating how our different brains work with these things. Oh my gosh! And this would apply to everyone in every workplace, you know, from systems and processes and all this kind of thing. Like the things I find difficult, you're always like the mind boggles.
I feel like I've got to know intimately Revz the dancer. And what steps challenge her, what she surprisingly gets a handle of. Like it's quite a minefield.
Yeah.
And so this year I thought I would be on the front foot
Yeah.
with that. But yeah, the mind continues to boggle at how some steps that I swore
Were
could not
easy.
have been more tailored and designed to you. You're like, I can't, my brain doesn't want to do this. My
Yeah.
body and my mind aren't speaking to each other. And then steps where I'm like, she'll never get this, but I'm putting it in there. I'm going to challenge her. I'm going to push her. I know she's capable, but she's going to fall apart. Gets it straight away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
I know. Honestly, it's little things that undo me, DLs, like foot in front rather than foot behind
Yeah.
in a grapevine, you know, or like, I don't know, straight fingers versus flat fingers. Or it's like the simple things that undo me because, yeah, I don't have that kind of brain that can handle multiple physical things at one time.
Yeah.
Mental, load me up, you know, but physical things, I'm like, you have to pick. I'm going to have the feet right or the hands right, but getting both right undoes me.
But 1 week in, you are doing so
It's fun.
well.
It's fun.
Like you're
We'll see.
way ahead than where you were. I just want you, my biggest hope for you in this year's show is that when we do this piece,
Yeah.
that you can be present in it.
Yeah,
And just
that would be great.
enjoy it fully rather than being in your head.
Well, I got to say the costume this year is not as fraught as our little leotards and skirts from last year. I'm not going to be exposing my butt cheeks. Sorry.
Shame. No labia on
There'll
display.
be no flaps out this
Yeah.
year for that bit. So, you know, that's one level taken care of. Oh, man. But we cannot wait. Like this show, it's great. I'm pumped. It's funny. It's fun. It's emotional. It's all the things, you know, it's got everything.
It's a ride.
It's really jam-packed. KD was saying the other day, she's like, wow, you know, they really get a show for their ticket. You know, there's
Don't
a
they
lot
just?
in this.
Yeah. I mean, we've actually cut things.
Yeah, lots.
Hasn't the experience been different this
So
year?
different.
Like other years, you know, we're adding more in to create a fuller show. This year, it was too many ideas. Let's
Yeah.
take that away. It's becoming too long.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we want it to still we still want it to be one act, no interval.
Yeah.
It just goes. But yeah, we've had to kill our darlings, as we say.
I think you're going to really love it, DLs, and we just can't wait to
So-
get out there.
Melbourne,
Yeah. You're up first.
we want to see ya. Can't wait to be in ya.
And then very short after is Canberra.
Yeah.
And I only think there's very few, 10 or something tickets left. So if Sydney, you missed out and you were thinking about getting down to Canberra quick, now is your moment.
Yeah.
Grab those tickets. That theatre is going to be full.
Don't say I didn't warn you. Whatever that is.
That was like the country version. Some guy in a rocking chair. I told you so.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
So my birthday.
Yes.
Guys, you've been with me a long time. Okay, we're fine friends. We know each other intimately. You know I get the birthday sads. Not a single sniff of the birthday sads made it into my 40th.
How good.
You
What
know?
a gift to yourself.
It was just so, well, I was so loved on by everyone and so looked after on my actual birthday. Jem and my other bestie Liv took me to a spa. We had lunch. We drank matcha. I went out for dinner with my sister and Americano. My kids through the most amazing wake up mum, it's your birthday morning.
Best.
Like perfect. I was like, oh, this could be it. This could be absolutely it.
You've peaked at 40.
I peaked, but then I got my party and it was just perfect. And I'm so glad that I scheduled in and locked off these days to actually mark the moment.
Yeah, a bit of sausagey information. Revzy was considering just negging her own birthday because I'll admit the timing of it
Terrible.
was not ideal.
Terrible.
With our rehearsal schedule, building of the show, all of that. And then to find the energy to then put towards organizing a party is a big ask. It's a tall order. And you could have easily have just gone, too hard basket.
I'll do it later. I'll do it next year.
Yeah,
blah, blah,
CBF.
blah. But it was the DLs. It was so many DMs from people going, don't do it. I did that. I said I would put it. I have a winter birthday too. I said I would put it off to summer. Did I do it in summer?
No.
Did I do it next year? No. Like you have to mark it in the moment or it goes. Then you got to wait till 50.
Don't you reckon that if you just book the venue, just book a few things
Yes,
in, not
that's what I
even
did.
pay the invoices.
Yeah.
Just book it
Just
in.
book it.
Have a date, throw it out, just chuck some save the dates
Yep.
into some WhatsApp groups with the people you love, and the rest will just miraculously take care of itself.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think the thinking of it is more paralyzing than the doing.
Well,
of
I
it.
knew I didn't want to handle a cleanup of any
Yes.
kind. And I was like,
And
all
that's
right.
where a house party is hard.
Yeah. And I didn't want to worry about the vibe too much, you know? I was like, that's going to be too much for me. So I just think I want to do a lunch, found a restaurant, booked it. My guest list was very easy for me, sent out the save the date. Yeah. And then it just sort of rolled around and it was just so perfect. So guys, I said on my invitation to my 40 people who I invited to my 40th lunch, I don't want a present. I just want words of affirmation. And like everyone's like, haha, so funny. Like, of course, Revz just wants speeches about her. So me. I am so glad I asked for what I wanted.
Well, isn't that a lesson for
Yes.
everyone?
Yes.
Like, know thyself.
know yourself.
Know your love languages, be unapologetic
Yep.
about them, and ask for what you want. And then
Yes.
you orchestrated the perfect day. Orchestrate is not the right word because it sounds like you were the MC like you weren't.
No.
Like you were still very much a passenger of the day, even
100%.
though, yes, you booked the venue and stuff. But you got exactly what you want. There was no room for disappointment because you were like, I don't want gifts.
Yep.
Although you still got gifts. We'll get to that
We'll
later.
get to that.
I just want words.
Yeah, and I think, Chummy, you should read out your words of affirmation. Can you read your speech?
Sure.
It was so good, DLs. Jem kicked us off.
Well, actually, it's so funny. Rev's BF. He sent out an email saying, whoever wants to make speeches, because I will say all 40 people didn't make speeches in case that's what everyone's imagining.
To my dismay. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh my God, no more speeches.
When I go to events, it's my favorite part. Like it's not that I just love speeches about me, although I do. I'll admit, I can take it. I've got one of my friends who was at my birthday, she was like, this would be my hell. And I love that this is your heaven.
Yes.
She's like, I would be under the table cowering. I wouldn't cringing. I wouldn't be able to make eye contact with them. I don't want to hear speeches. But she's like, I am just like marinating in this love fest, you know, that you're getting. It's so fun. But I love speeches at everything. I love it at weddings. I love it at birthdays. I love like a random, I don't know, 36th birthday dinner where everyone goes around and says their favorite thing about the person. You know, I just love that. I love it. It's always my
Revs,
favorite part.
It's called organized fun.
No.
Yes, it is. Going around the table and saying your favorite thing. And I fucking love that
Yeah.
shit. I will say I have a slight aversion to speeches, not because I don't love them, but because I had such a long career as a wedding photographer and
You've seen bad ones.
I have seen I would put it on par with like Ricky Gervais's character in The Office, where it's that uncomfortable cringe where you're
I
like,
even enjoy
where you're
those.
like, make it. And I have
enjoy
secondhand embarrassment for
Yes.
everyone. And
Yeah.
we all want to disappear into a sinkhole.
Yeah.
And
But Jem,
No.
nothing makes you feel more alive than someone bombing. Like it's just so human. All of it, all the emotions and things that go with public declarations of love. I enjoy all of it.
I think you're right about a bomb. I low-key enjoy a bomb, not because I'm feeling schadenfreude, but because, yes, it's alive and we all kind of sit up and we're like,
like
what the
live
fuck
theatre.
is happening? What I don't like is boring and draggy.
Well, okay, I think we can all agree if we ask for speeches, we're not like, and they can be boring. No, make them good.
Yeah, but some people.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've
Anyway,
seen
not
some
my
weddings
people.
where I'm like, please.
Not my people.
No,
Yeah.
not your people.
I had no fears.
All right, so DLs for quick context. Because so many people were making speeches,
Jen was very concerned about the running time.
I was. Only because.
And I said to her, you can do this in the show. Fair, professional. You can't do this in my birthday.
Well, I just think people have a finite amount of time at the restaurant booking.
Yes.
And it's important to make space for people to chat and catch up because people are also excited to see each other, not sitting like listening to speeches all day. Anyway.
I had done the scratch maths. We were 4 hours at the restaurant.
She's getting defensive.
And I knew there would be about 40 minutes of speeches collectively spread out over the... Anyway,
Okay,
whatever.
well, your husband... But wow, that was a slip. Your BF basically sent an email around to everyone saying you are limited to 5 minutes per speech.
Yes.
Now, when I sat down to write a speech, which I did, get about halfway through, I realized that it was very long. And then I was like, how could I possibly distill everything that I want to say about Revz in 5 minutes? Like, it's actually impossible.
It's a
very
challenge.
difficult. And then I was like, do you know what? I wax lyrical about my love for her on the podcast. It's all there. She knows how much I love her. So anyway, then I decided to overachieve with all the time that I don't have by writing a poem, a rhyming couplets poem, mostly because I'm reading a lot of Dr. Seuss with the kids.
Oh my God, the best.
I love a rhyming couplet.
best.
So this is what I read for Revz. A lot of DLs will nod along and go, yes. And then other DLs will be like, didn't know that about her. It says here, poem for Bestie, a toast to the host that's mostly a roast. I don't think I read that bit out on the
I
day.
like it.
Okay, to our birthday girl, she hits the big 4-0, but thanks to Botox, not a single line shows. Her stennies cascade like a galloping mare as she trots through her party with fabulous hair. We know that her love language is gifts and words of aff. She thinks she's good at accents. Are you having a laugh? Girlfriend cannot spell. She can't tell numbers apart. Maths may be a myth, but she's got the gift of art. But before I bang on about how she's incredibly smart, have you been at the receiving end of a silent Revz fart?
So Seuss. So Seuss.
It's funny because one of her icks is the way someone smells. It must be so hard, Americano, always walking on eggshells. But don't worry, she's told us how fucking good you smell and that you're tall, dark and handsome and sexy as hell. Then she'll tell us again and again and again. And we hold space and nod because we are her friends. She's our fave contradiction, a glorious blend, a high-achieving hustler and your couch-rotting friend. She once hated dogs. Remember, fuck off, Jessie. Now she's all like, aw, Buster, you did a big messy. But the truth is, she's also like, Buster, shut up. And we won't mention Bobo, the dog she gave up. We all know she's... Oh, I've got a typo there.
Oh, no.
We all know she's sharp with a wit that will sting, but did you know she's also a brat who demands fancy things? Spending way too much money is her biggest red flag. She'll protest that line. That one will make her mad. But she literally takes any rule and makes it real bendy. Like, I'm woo-woo, you guys, but I'd also like to own a Fendi. She's our over-therapized mate who's hard into self-care. I know I can't pay my rent, Jen, but it's worth it, I swear. But let's balance it out with your green flags, my dear, because my fave thing about you is you're stoked to be here. You're the opposite of boring, you're vibrant and bold, and the way that you tell any story is comedy gold. You wear rose-colored glasses, you're our eternal optimist. Plus, whose wardrobe would we shop if you didn't exist? One thing you never saw coming as a woman at 40 was having 2 kids who are incredibly sporty. It's a wonder your kids came from someone so unco. But one thing about you, Revz, is you parent with gusto. And we all can agree that Teddy and Blue hit the jackpot when it comes to having a mama like you. The way you care deeply about raising them right. Look at the bond you've created. That shit's airtight. You rebuilt your life with intention and grace, and I'm proud of you for not shrinking and reclaiming your space. And even though you drive us all a little insane, the truth is you're the umbrella to many people's rain. You can be your whole self with Revz. You never have to pretend. And I will fight you to the death, Lou. She's my best friend. So here's to the queen of contradiction and class. With the most generous heart, can we all raise a glass? Take a look around, Revz. Take in the room. We've come here together to celebrate you. To 40, to Revz, the queen of the day. Now let's cheer loudly with a hip, hip, hooray.
And they did.
And everyone,
I'm
hooray.
emotional
Aw,
again.
babe.
So beautiful.
She's getting teary.
It's just beautiful.
I love you.
And I was saying to, I think the good mum, or just like a bunch of us who were like, we'd had like 4 champagnes and we were, just in the love bubble. And I was saying, like, imagine, guys, that I never heard this, that you were saying these things at my funeral. Like, I know that sounds dark, but
yeah.
like there are so many obligatory moments that we have to mark in life. Like we should take the opportunity to mark them in a beautiful, warm, positive, celebratory way. Like I just feel so pumped up and full of love and loved by my people from my birthday. And I could have easily gone, oh no, don't make a fuss,
Yeah.
like we all do it every year,
Don't
make a fuss, it's fine. I know I don't want to pull. And it's like, no, I do want it. I want it.
But also the whole room was full of love for you.
Yeah.
Which then made us all love each other because we were your people. Like it didn't feel self-indulgent or cringy at all. It was all love. And then it just reminds you, man, life is hard. The world is fucked.
Yeah.
There's so much darkness, but in this moment right here, in this room for 4 hours, it was just joy.
Yeah.
Nothing but.
And like great food.
Don't we want to marinate in that shit, Yeah, and great food, all of it. Like it was fabulous.
Yeah.
But, while Revzy was at the receiving end of words of affirmation from the people she loved, because she requested it, she also ensured that we got words of aff back. So everyone who had a seat at the table, all 40 of us, we were given a goodie bag upon arrival, and she had handwritten cards for each of us.
Yeah. Well, I wanted it to be a love-in. Like I am, I do joke, like my love language is gifts, affirmation, all these things. But I want it to be reciprocal. I said in my speech, I've come to realize at 40, I think my top value, tippy top, is true friendship.
Yeah.
Like, what else is there in life than how we love, who we love, how we're loved? Like, what else is there? And so I wanted it to be a generosity from me, and like, because I was getting so much back, So I definitely wanted to throw the lunch myself. I wanted to host. I wanted to invite everyone and have beautiful food and like beautiful wines and make it glorious. Yeah, and I wanted everyone there to feel loved by me too. So yeah, and then I had some funny things in the little goodie bag.
You did.
I gave everyone a sage smudge.
Very on brand.
And then I said, if you don't know this story, it's iconic from my deepest, darkest dark days. Ask the person next to you. It's a great story. I think that actually happened. Like a few people were like, I don't know the story. Tell me the story. And it was a good icebreaker.
Well, they're just exposing themselves as not being a DL, clearly.
Yes. I reckon we had a 50% DL
100p
attendance.
Yeah.
And then I gave everyone a voucher for my wardrobe because I don't know if you know this, DLs, but all my friends shop my wardrobe because you know me, that's my philosophy. Buy the outfit and the occasion will find you. So my wardrobe is ridiculous.
And if the occasion doesn't find you, your
find my
friends will have an occasion and they will come and shop Revz's wardrobe.
And I do spend time with my clothes. Sometimes I go in there and I just look and touch and feel them and I go, I love you guys.
Textiles is your thing.
I love you guys.
Yeah.
And what else did I have? Oh,
rose-colored glasses.
Yes, because a lot of my friends give me shit. Oh yeah, here you go, living life through your rose-colored glasses.
Your speech, and
you
I was like,
don't.
I don't. It's my favorite thing about you.
I know, but a lot of people are like, yeah, because when you're doing advice, when a friend goes, "Here's my problem," and then you give it, and they go, "Yeah, but is this just you?" Looking through your rose-colored glasses, thinking everything's just going to work out.
No, I love eternal optimism.
Me too.
It's my favorite thing.
Anyway, I said, put them on. Don't knock it till you try it, guys. Like, live for a day looking through your rose. And it was fun. And then everyone wore them on the party bus and all night.
It was great.
That was really fun. What else did I have in there? Oh, I just some yummy chocolate and my words of affirmation.
It was lovely.
It was really good fun. Oh, my Uno reverse card.
Oh yeah, unpack that for everyone.
Well, my dear friends know that I make a lot of mistakes. I'm very good at making mistakes, but then they would say about me that I'm good at unmaking them. So I gave everyone a Uno reverse card and I said, put it in your wallet. We all make mistakes.
Pull it out.
It can all be undone.
It was a beautiful metaphor.
You can always evolve, change your mind, whatever. We all grow. This is what we learn.
Do you know what's I've been reflecting since your party on is that what a journey Like, what a contrast your 40th was to your 37th. Your 37th was a birthday I will never forget.
Neither.
It was the most bizarre alien experience I've ever had, where you're there celebrating your best friend who you don't recognize. And it was heartbreaking, if I'm honest. There's no other way. Like, it makes me emotional thinking about it, because I remember being like, how did we get here? What has happened? Like, I felt mad. I don't even know what I was mad at. Like, maybe like you hitting rock bottom and me feeling robbed of you selfishly, like as a bestie, but also knowing and trusting you would find your way back to you. And it was a transformative time in your life. But that dinner was fucked.
Yeah.
That birthday. I don't know if you felt that in the moment.
Yeah, I did. It was kind.
You were running on adrenaline.
It was kind of a manic.
You were manic.
time.
Manic is the perfect word.
So,
You were in free fall.
And we had the podcast, right? And I think it was the first time I'd said out loud, like, I find birthdays really hard. And then I was trying this thing. I was trying this thing on where I was like, birthdays are hard. My life is really shitty right now. I'm going to try and reclaim my birthday.
Yeah.
You know, I was trying
which
thing.
is so admirable, by the way. I don't want to take
Rose-colored glasses.
I know, and I don't want to take away from that. It was just like you got so drunk, like concerning. It disarmed me, and
which is not a thing I do that much.
And judging people on how much alcohol they consume is not something I do ever at all. But it was alarming to me. You were so unhealthy, not just mentally, physically. You were not looking after yourself.
No.
You were absolutely bludgeoning yourself, actually, and just being awful to yourself, but trying to kind of put on a cute outfit and make content and have this fun cake. And I was just like, oh my gosh, what's happening? She's not okay.
Yeah.
That was the feeling.
I wasn't. I wasn't
You
okay.
weren't.
No, I wasn't
But,
okay.
you know, weathering the storm with you.
Yeah.
I feel like I can only say this now in the years after, but
that was what was so emotional about my 40th for me. It
Yeah.
was because it was such a short time ago. It was 4 birthdays ago. So 4 or 5 years ago that, like, I blew up my own life. I'm not going to blame it on anyone, but it doesn't make it easier. My life was still blown up, you know.
Yeah.
I was in a very bad place. I had really little kids.
Yeah.
I lost myself.
You
I
did.
I lost myself. And so I think that's why my 40th feels so good, is because it feels like, yes, a marking of time and a milestone and like I also know now, like, one thing I know to be true is that everything is fleeting. The bad times, absolutely. It can only get better. This won't be forever. You know, if you're
even though it can feel like it.
Even though it can feel like it, and at rock bottom, you know, if you're there right now, if you're going through it, it won't last.
Yeah, the darkness cannot sustain itself.
But also neither can the
joy,
highs, you know,
yeah.
like all the beauty, and when things feel good and calm and safe, and that doesn't last either, because life's on you all the time, and none of us know what's coming around the corner. So I think the fact that I feel so good, I literally blow out my candles and wish for nothing.
That was another thing that stuck out to me in your speech that warmed my heart, was you said, I want for nothing in this stage of life. And that is true contentment.
I know.
That is being grateful for everything you have and wishing to be nowhere else other than where you are in this present moment, and not wanting more for yourself, because you literally felt like on that day you had it all. You did. And when I looked at you, I'm getting emotional, but I was just so proud of you.
Oh, thanks, honey.
I was just like, yes, this is where she should be, like in her element, living her best life, like entering a new decade as the best, most brilliant version and happiest version of you.
Yeah.
And like, maybe happiness isn't the right word, but whole comes to mind. Like, you just seemed whole.
I just think it's because, and I hope this doesn't sound arrogant, but I've done this, you know, and I feel really calm and confident saying that.
Yeah.
Like, I've rebuilt myself and it was fucked. Like, speaking of that aforementioned 37th birthday, like, I had to try out, walk through icky, horrible, uncomfortable, ill-fitting versions of myself to get back to like just me, you know?
Yeah.
And like, yes, I am in a beautiful relationship. My kids are thriving. I'm surrounded by beautiful friends. I'm very lucky and I'm very grateful for that. But I've done this. Like I've made choices. I've pushed myself. I've taken risks.
And it hasn't been smooth sailing, by the way,
No.
deals. Like, take your relationship, for example.
Yeah.
Like, you guys hit huge hurdles
Yep.
and speed humps, and
Yep.
you broke up, and then you found your way back to each other. You created this more mature, kind of evolved love. You both worked out what
like-
you needed from each other. Like,
But I've chosen. I want to commit to this guy.
Yes.
I want to invest in couples therapy.
I know, but I guess
want to, you know.
why I say that or bring that up is because I think from the outside it can look like it's all just been handed
Fallen
to
into
you and it's
place.
fallen into place
Yeah.
so easily. And I can honestly say from the inside, it hasn't come
hasn't.
easily. It's taken enormous self-reflection, self-work, making choices, and being the engine of your own destiny
Yeah.
and moving forwards in
Yeah.
that manner.
Even things like moving house and, you know, getting
Yeah.
on top of my finances, like it's all been an insane amount of
And it's
work,
stretchy. It's
and
stretchy.
it's stretchy and
Yeah.
it's pushed me. But like, it's, you know, I talk about with you with learning to cook. It's just putting little bricks on the wall of your self-esteem.
Yeah.
And every single time in the last 4 or 5 years that I've gone, no, I can do a life spreadsheet and I can get on top of my expenses and I can work this out. And then I do it. I go, I fucking did it. And I feel my self-esteem grow, you know. And 5 years ago, I don't know if I had any self-esteem. Like, I know I project a very confident kind of bolshy vibe,
Version,
and I can always default to that. I do have that in my mask closet, you know.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't have any self-esteem. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I wanted. I was like baffled at some of my life choices. And I still don't fully understand some of my life choices. But like, yeah, in the last 5 years, I got intentional. I was deliberate and I like made choices and it feels really fucking good. And I know I'm not done. Like, I don't think I've arrived anywhere. I know life's going to keep lifing. I'm going to have to keep changing. I'm going to have to keep pushing myself. But what I've proved to myself is like, no, I can do it.
Yeah.
You know, I can do the hard shit and then I can feel good about it.
I know it sounds cheesy, but for me, it really comes back to rewriting the narrative of
Yeah.
who you think you are about yourself.
Yeah.
And at the risk of pivoting and bringing this back to myself for a
No,
moment,
please do.
but on a
please, I've had enough.
well, on a small but very different scale, like I've completely surprised myself this year. If we talk about those confidence brick building moments, they've been presented to me in the most surprising of ways.
Yeah.
And it's actually unlocked something in me that I didn't know was there. And this is going to sound so spawn, and I apologize. It's totally not spawn.
It's cooking, isn't it?
It's cooking. And I want to mention Marley Spoon, not because they're a sponsor and I feel obliged to. And at the risk of sounding completely dramatic, it's like I said this to Becky, our partnerships girl. I was like, Marley Spoon's changed my life.
Yeah.
I know it sounds absurd, but hear me out. And for context, DLs, I've been a content creator on Instagram for a very, very, very long time. I have had many an outreach from delivery meal service businesses, many, for years. Mealbox. And I have turned down every
You're
single...
like, fuck no, I could never.
I could never. And Revz knows. I've been like, I've been reached out and I'm like, no, requires cooking. If it required a microwave, fine. But anything that required cooking, I was like, hell no. But then we were presented an opportunity with Marley Spoon to be a live show sponsor. And I was like, Jem, you got to fucking lift. You know, like we can't turn this opportunity down. And because it was sort of put upon me and I felt ready, sometimes it's that divine timing. I was like, I'm going to do this. And in my head, I was like, look, worst case scenario, I do it for content.
Yeah.
And that's that. But honestly, I am cooking 2 to 3 times a week now. And I have been for a few weeks. I'm completely hooked.
Yep.
I have found a confidence in the thing that I was, again, dramatic, terrified of.
Yes.
Cooking.
We all have our things.
I know it sounds silly, but cooking terrified me. It held a mirror up to my biggest insecurities, which then eked out into guilt as a parent that I can't cook, like all of it.
And then this story you're
And
telling
I have
yourself is, I'm not good enough. I'm not doing enough. I know
Yes.
that. We all have something like this. Like
Yeah.
people who for whatever reason, life never really presented the opportunity to learn to drive, say. And of course they could have taken that, but they haven't yet. But then you do, and you put another brick on. Like, I know this, I'm using this analogy.
I know,
but the
it's
thing
helpful.
is for women, and particularly in this stage of life, I think, it goes in reverse.
Yeah.
Bad relationship, bad job, any sort of, any toxic relationship with your parent, or any situation you find yourself in, it can chip off the bricks.
Yes.
The bricks can get knocked off your wall so easily. Early motherhood or any stage of motherhood, hormonal stuff, a bad birth trauma, like all these things happen to us and bricks get knocked off our wall. And then I think we do. I'm glad. This sounds like a plan. I haven't. We go, who is she?
Yeah.
Who am I? Like, where'd my wall of confidence go?
Yeah.
Where'd my personality
Or
go?
what does my wall even look like? I don't even know.
Who
I can't
am
remember.
I can't remember who I thought I was going to be or whatever. I think it's remembering these small acts. Self-care isn't always a bubble bath and a candle. Sometimes it's like, I'm going to learn to change a fucking tire because I never got taught and I would be terrified if I was stuck in the side of the road. So I'm going to spend one Sunday really learning how to do that and putting a brick back on,
But don't you reckon, Revzy, it's timely with where we're at with our kids? And I want to give our DLs where the trenches be trenching
100%.
some hope. Because when your kids grow in physical independence, and I mean like they're less dependent on you for things like changing their clothes, feeding themselves, putting themselves in the car, all of those tiny little milestones that are like, they're micro, but they fucking add
fill
up.
a day.
But you buy that time back for yourself.
Yeah.
And then suddenly you're presented with more time and then you can pour it back in to you with these things. So like with cooking, after school, my kids can mung out in front of the TV. Remember there was a time to you, Revz, where I was like, I can't do that with my kids. They just need me for entertainment.
We need to go to the park or I need to set this up.
No, they can. So now I have time to cook. And even better, I'm getting them involved because I'm more confident.
But there is never time. You have to make it because you could go, oh, they're mugging out in front of the TV. They've got their afternoon tea. Great. I can do a few work emails. I can do this. I can make the beds. I can do a load of laundry. There's always something to do for someone else.
Okay, so what's changed?
I'm just advocating for prioritizing your own confidence, growth, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Like upgrade. I guess we're all calling it optimizing. I don't like that. It feels a bit like bro podcast.
Yeah.
But just prioritize something that's going to inflate your sense of confidence and self in the world over, I don't know, the things that you should get done.
100p. But Revzy, do you know what happens is when you go, oh my God, I can instead of I can't, then like developing a muscle, you get used to it, you get confident, you get stronger at doing the thing.
100%.
Your mind then wonders to,
what else can I do?
what else can I do?
100%.
So out of nowhere
Wait, what?
in 2025, I'm weightlifting.
I know. I was like, is she going to tell them?
Yeah. Like, guys, I've joined a cult in 2025. Was not on my bingo card. I've joined a strength training gym.
Love it.
It's a cult. I love it. I have drunk the Kool-Aid. I
So
now have
into
like like who the fuck is she? This was not on my New Year's resolution
No,
bullshit.
it never is.
It just came at me because of learning to cook.
Yes.
Like honestly. And then Revzy, you know how I always said I'm never going to be able to work out at home on my own?
Yep.
So I got myself a reformer bed.
What?
Yes.
When are you doing this?
In the morning. Do you know why?
Oh my God.
Because Hubs travels so much.
Yeah, you can't
And
go.
I was beholden. Yes, I can't. And I'm a morning exerciser.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know what, Jem? You wrote bullshit narratives that you cannot cook and you cannot go join a gym. What if
you
could
can work exercise at home?
Yes, off a laptop.
Yes, of course you can.
And I'm very conscious not to overshare on Instagram because I could literally share every time I go to the gym or every time. But I was like, no, you're not one of those accounts, Jem. But honestly, this is quietly going on, BTS.
I love
I'm
it.
just doing all these little self-care-y things for myself.
Look, we're starting to sound a bit Mel Robbins.
Oh, we are.
So I'm going to shut it down. But every now and then we can get into this stuff with you guys. I know we're all thinking it.
Revz, we are hot messes 98% of the time on
Yes.
this podcast. I
Yeah.
think for 2%. of the time. We're allowed to just indulge for a second.
Yes.
It is a bit navel-gazy.
No, but
It's a
there's
little
something
bit.
about turning 40. There is. And I've got a good friend who just turned 50. And actually, it was his birthday that inspired me to even have my birthday.
And I hope Revz's birthday inspires you if you were thinking of
Yes.
shelving some sort of party or celebration for yourself.
100%. Like, and there is something about these milestone birthdays as we get older. It's not like a 21st where you're like, yeah, party. It's like, no, I'm 40. Like, that's fucking adults. My kids are getting older. My life is, you know, becoming who I'm going to be. Like, there is something about it that makes you go, okay, no, let's just take this into the writer's room and see what stories are being written about me from my own brain.
Do you know what
see if we can challenge
energy
them.
and vibe I'm loving that I think you brought to your 40th is know thyself and giving less fucks.
Zero.
Like I felt like everything down to what you chose to do for your 40th, who you invited, you were like, I don't give a fuck. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm doing what I want. And
It's my life.
if other people have a problem with it, that's
I
their
don't
problem.
care.
You don't care.
Okay, before we go, I have to quickly tell the story of my birthday present.
Oh, yes, of course.
Because people are like, what?
Yes,
what
yes,
happened?
yes,
And I know some of you Shirley Sharp Eyes, you TikTok detectives, you spotted it. So I know, we all know I have the perfect daughter. I don't know if you guys know this, but Isla is really amazing. My 10-year-old daughter, who, you know, we're close. She knows that I've always wanted this bag, this ridiculous bag. It's not a bag that's an everyday bag. It doesn't go with everything. It's super expensive. It's silly. Like it is a silly, silly bag.
And it's something, to be honest, you would never buy yourself.
No.
But it is the perfect milestone gift.
Yes. Well, I've often told myself, I'm going to buy myself this when I have a huge work success, you know? I'm going to buy it for myself. It's going to feel amazing. Never done it. Probably wouldn't have ever done it, if I'm honest. It's this Fendi mini baguette. It came out in 1998. It's a piece of fashion lore. If you're into it, you'll know it. It's the purple sequin bag. It was iconic, made very famous by Carrie Bradshaw on the season 3 episode in Sex and the City. But it was this massive fashion disruptor moment from the house of Fendi. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm into
it was
stuff.
a departure from everything they
They'd
had
ever done.
designed previously and what they were known for.
Yes. And anyway, look, I get it. Not everyone is into this stuff. I'm very into this stuff. You know, I'm into the history of these fashion houses. I'm into when things change. I'm into iconic pieces.
You're into fancy shit.
I'm into fancy shit. I'm into the brands. I'm into bags. Okay. And I'm into purple, as we all know. Anyway, so Isla knows I'm into this bag. Well, she's heard me talk about it, whatever. She, girlfriend, went into my phone. I think she took most of my contacts book.
She did.
She started a group chat on her little Apple Watch.
Imagine my surprise when I got this text from an unknown number because I
No
don't
one has her number.
No one has her number.
No. She started this group chat. She shook down pretty much everyone I've ever known. She started this group chat where she basically bullied.
No.
She
did not,
fundraised.
but she fundraised, which was the funniest part. And she thought about starting a GoFundMe. And Sister Lou was like, no.
Blue, that's not what that's for.
Not appropriate.
Oh my God.
No, but it's fine to ask people to collectively contribute
To a group
to this gift. And to be honest, a lot of people in that group were like,
Great.
fabulous, because
Great.
we're in the year of the 40th.
Yes.
Okay. And there is nothing more helpful than someone going, hey, do you want in on this gift?
Yes.
So it was timely. It was perfect.
Yes. Obviously, there needed to be a lot of people because
Yes.
this is a very expensive bag. And she found them and then she cheerleaded. She kept getting in that group chat.
Oh my God, it was so funny. She was literally doing like 5 days to go till mum's party. 2,000 whatever dollars left.
We've got this.
Who else can we recruit? Like it was hilarious.
Oh my God. But like, you know, I was like, was it inappropriate? I've been assured by everyone that everyone loved it, that it was fun.
There
that
was
people...
such a beautiful innocence. Also her complete lack of awareness of what the value and the cost of things.
Oh my
but
God.
it was beautiful because she's fucking 10.
She's 10.
And we get it.
I know. And then DL's, she made a Canva deck.
Because she's your daughter.
Because she's my daughter, and did this full presentation to me on the morning of my birthday with everyone who'd contributed, a picture of the bag, letting me know. And she did this whole like explosion, like this fade in on the Canva. It was like, we've all chipped in and this is what you're getting. I cried. I was like, what?
Yeah, because
Like,
it was
like,
so
"You've
unexpected.
Done what? And then I was
Yeah.
like, who? And it was just the most amazing moment. And then my boyfriend was like, yeah, Isla's done this whole thing. She's orchestrated it. She's organized it. You know, her and Lou are going to go pick it up for you. So you've got it for your party.
Oh my God, quick little side story for the pickup of the Fendi. So Sister Lou was going to go with Isla to go and pick it up. Would you believe the day that she went to pick it up, the night before, the store got robbed.
It got ram
And
raided.
it was like cordoned off with like police tape.
The
and
drama.
no one could go in. And we were like, oh my God.
Is the bag okay? They didn't take the bag. They didn't
Thank
take
God.
my bag. Anyway, I got my bag. It's a thing of beauty.
It is. It's a piece of art, and you wore it
I wore it.
magnificently with your beautiful neutral dress. Because what else can you pair with sparkly purple?
Everything. I've decided
Iridescent,
everything.
yeah.
I'm just going to wear the shit out of it.
Yeah, please do.
I will.
Don't let
I
these
will.
things sit on a shelf.
No.
Like make it your work, but you can't fit your
It doesn't
lunch in
fit
it.
shit.
No, it's small.
But whatever. I'm going to wear it
It
with
fits
jeans.
an iPhone.
It fits an iPhone. What else do you need? I'm just going to wear it to walk the dog. I'm not. It's not going to be anywhere around any dogs.
I was going to say,
I'm going to take great care of it.
Buster, do not.
No, it's on high shelf.
Yeah, good.
I'm getting a special box for it. Like we're all set.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was really amazing. It's the silliest, most incredible thing that's ever happened. And I love my daughter. I love all my friends for contributing.
I'm
Like,
just so glad you feel so celebrated
I
and loved.
do.
Revzy.
And this
like,
is
what
a bit of a not spot. If you've got someone with a milestone coming up, don't each go and get some bottle of
No,
wine or
group
something.
together.
Group together
Yeah.
and get them that thing they want, that silly thing they'd never buy themselves. Find shake down fleece whoever you need
You've
to.
inspired me. I've already thought about something I'd love for my 40th,
Great.
which
Put
I
me
would
on it.
never normally
Put me
think
on it.
to put out there to my friends.
No, it's good.
Because I feel like it's an imposition. But after
No.
that experience, I was like, oh my God, it's actually helpful.
Wouldn't we rather chip in on a big thing that
Yeah.
you know someone just is going to love and treasure for the rest of their lives and always think of you when they wear it or use it or look at it or whatever?
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, it's all been a 10 out of 10 40th experience. Stoked with the whole thing. But Jem, hit me with your Notspons.
Have I got a Notspon for you? It is a to watch if you have a Netflix account. There is a show called Building the Band.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm
It
starting
has
tonight.
tickled me pink. I was like, Revzy, I need you to watch this because I
Yes.
want to dissect it with you. Now, if you're into competition singing shows like Revzy and I, although I'll admit, shows like The Voice, Idol, all that stuff, they've been around for a long time. They're still great. But this is such a fresh take on
Okay.
a singing competition.
Love it.
For a little bit of context, it's basically if you imagine 40 young, very talented singers, all genders and people.
Walks of life.
Yes. They are in these sound booths, these like little sound booths where they have like a chair and then they have these headsets. Then they each take it in turns and sing in a soundstage studio situation. And the other competitors can just listen. And each competitor gets 10 votes and they get to vote on who they want to be in a band with.
Oh, so it's like The Voice, but for bands.
Well, I guess
And from the musicians themselves.
correct.
Yeah.
And it's really clever because basically there can only be 6 bands that
Okay.
make it to the live stage. So if you don't get 5 or more votes, you're out.
Okay.
You literally get kicked out based purely on your singing. If you get more than 5, you get to stay. But then what happens is they make the booths live where they can call each other and chat and
Wow.
see if they have bro or cis chemistry.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of them are like, I want a boy band, I want to be the next One Direction. And others are like, I want to be the next Destiny's Child or Pussycat Dolls or whatever.
Yeah.
Can you dance? I can dance too. Like
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Then they're
yeah.
sussing each other out,
Okay.
trying to find chemistry. And it's really awkward because the really, really talented singers, like lots of people want them. And then they're like, who do I go with? I have chemistry.
Oh,
Yeah. And they've got to
fun.
pick. And then once they all agree to being in a band, they kind of hit this buzzer. And then the first time they see each other face to face is because they all have to learn different parts to a song and they perform it. And then this wall lifts up and they see each other.
Wow.
It's fucking sick.
Yeah, sick.
And then they go to the live competition shows. Anyway, it's just so fun and it's like controversial and there's
Yes,
big
I'm in.
personalities, there's collisions and clashes of personalities.
Great.
And not to mention fucking A-class talent.
Beautiful. Love it.
10 out of 10 can recommend.
I'm starting tonight. I've been waiting for my kids to come home because it's gonna be our new family show. Yes. It's family appropriate. I
Oh
assume.
yeah, I'm watching it with Raph and Iggs.
Great.
They are loving it.
Great.
Revzy, hit me with your Notspons.
I have recommended this brand before, but not this product, and it's just kind of saving me at the moment. It is Dirt, you know, the laundry brand.
Cleaning products.
Yep. They have a new one, or newish one, and it's a spray for oil, body, and grease.
Ooh.
And they're very unapologetic about it. It's like for poo, vomit, period, blood, diarrhea, you know, whatever. It's body fluids, right?
Yeah.
But also it's for oily things. So paint on your kids' clothes. Makeup on your clothes, you know, like cooking oil.
Is it like a little bottle for your handbag?
No. Well, you can decant it and get a little one, but it's a big spray. It's like a pre-wash treatment. They have their Dirt stain remover, and it's like the sister of that. But for, you know, a wee or a vomit or poo or period blood or whatever.
Yeah.
And it is so legit. Like
How
it just
good.
works. I got paint out of Isla's clothes. I got oil out of a jumper, like things that you're like, oh, fuck, that's fucked now.
Do you reckon it'll get candle wax out?
Oh, I don't know. Candle wax is a whole process.
I know. I've got
I think it's a freezer situation.
Maybe, I don't know. I got candle wax all over a pair
Well,
of my
when
favourite
I
pants.
got my last Dirt product, it came with a little mini poster to put in your laundry that's literally got the solve for like almost all stain
Oh my God,
issues.
clever.
And it's like paint, do this, you know, sweat, do this, dirt, do this, food, do this. It was great.
So good.
Really,
I
really
fucking
good.
love Dirt.
Yeah, it's
They're
great.
brilliant.
Awesome, you know, women run, mum run business. But yes, the oil body grease spray, I'm seriously recommending.
What a great Notspon. Well, that brings us to the the end of our episode.
The ep of our
DLs.
episode.
We hope you have a lovely week ahead. And as always, we'll be back in your ears bright and early on Friday with the Bestie Hotline.
We have got to get back to the studio because we have rehearsals, babe.
We sure
We got
do.
this show on the road.
So many lines to learn. My brain hurts, but I'm doing it tired.
Head to the website if you want to grab your merch, guys, or your tickets if you have not got on that yet. Don't make me get cross at you. Don't miss out and then tell me you missed out.
Can I say something really
Yes.
quickly? I know a number of shows are fully sold out.
Yes.
And I've had some DMs from people being like, I missed out. And I'm like, that your best bet is to join our Facebook group.
Yes.
And honestly, put it out there.
Yeah.
Hey, I know it's a long shot. Has
Looking
anyone
for
got
tickets to Brisbane on
because
Friday?
sometimes people, life be lifing, which
Life
has
be
been the theme
lifing.
of this episode.
Yeah.
And people's plans change, and sometimes they've got tickets for sale. Sometimes. Not a promise, not a guarantee, but the best bet is the Facebook group.
100%. Good shout. All right, guys, we love you. We'll see you Friday.
Bye-bye.